Whether you've been investing in cryptocurrency consistently for a while or whether you've had a recent surge in return, the good news is that now anyone with a substantial amount of crypto can now use their digital asset to purchase property without first converting it into fiat currency. Today, I'm going to talk you through the process of how it works and what you need to do if this sounds like music to your ears. I'm Sibulela Makwanyane, aka Sibulela the Estate Agent, and welcome to the channel where we make your journey of home purchase and home ownership easy and stress-free. In an era where more and more people are using digital assets to purchase everyday goods, and some platforms even encourage it by rewarding people with points every time that you use your currency to purchase products, South Africa has become one of the leading countries in order to allow people to purchase property using cryptocurrency. While many other countries are, of course, expected to follow, we can be very proud of the fact that we are one of the trailblazers in this arena. Let's now look at how this transaction would look in real time. So the concept is quite basic. You would sign a normal offer to purchase, a standard situation. You would write out the currency in rand. Normally, it would be a cash purchase and you would then pay the attorneys in ZAR. But in this case, you would simply pay the attorneys in Bitcoin or Ethereum or Tether. Now, based on the exchange rate that the crypto is at the point that you make the payment, you would then pay X amount of coins to the attorneys, and the amount would basically be frozen at that point. So basically, the attorneys are then going to have to pay the seller, but they would take on the risk of whether the coins increase or decrease between the date that they receive the money and the day in which they need to pay the seller. Now, the transaction process would happen quite standard in like a normal case. The only difference is that on the date of registration, the attorneys would then pay the seller the amount in South African rands, depending on what the amount says on the offer to purchase. For the buyer and the seller, everything basically stays the same with regards to the process. Where it differs is behind the scenes in the office of the transferring attorneys. Because should the price of the coin tank in the time between the period that the buyer has given the attorneys the coins and the time that the attorneys need to pay the seller, then obviously the attorneys are going to make a massive loss. Yes, the opposite is definitely implementable in the sense that should the coins have a massive spike, the attorneys will get the benefit of that. So I'm sure you can see the risk element for the attorneys, and not all transferring attorneys will have this kind of appetite for this type of risk, right? So obviously that means that not all transferring attorneys will be willing to do this transaction. I know that Schindler's offers these services. I'll leave their details in the description if you'd like to do more research about that. Now, Schindler's Digital Assets is a registered financial services provider. They facilitate the conversion of cryptocurrency into fiat currency. Once the crypto is converted, then Schindler's attorneys take care of the conveyancing and the transferring process of the property. That way you ensure that everything is legal and you are protected as the consumer. Whether you're purchasing with crypto or not, you will still need to pay transferring costs to the attorneys, and you may decide to use Schindler's or maybe you'll use another service provider. But so that you are well informed on everything about transferring attorneys, make sure you check out this video.